Hey, Vicky, is there a way to mute the audience? Do you know?
Just to mute themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if there was a way to just automatically shut them all off. Just kidding.
I think it's super sad. We get people that are walking front instead of in back. It's just like a tripping hazard.
Oh, really?
Text Danny to make sure she's coming.
It's a busy day today.
We don't have to switch the computer.
Hi. Will you be standing mostly
Yep.
there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, in front.
With the screen? Okay.
Yeah, we do want to, let me just look at my presentation, right?
Okay.
The screen is-
There we go.
Another USB that I can put to my Coco. No. So we're talking about AxiJet today?
We were talking about disability and cancer, right?
how much time do I have? Okay. Just, I'm going to save my presentation on your desktop. Okay. So that I can release this. Okay.
No, it's all yours.
It's okay. Put it up.
I don't need a break. I'm a break.
Shall we start? Sure. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning. My name is Danya. I'm from IA Excellence. How are you, everyone? Good. Did everyone hear the news that IA has been coming onto the board for serving you guys for licenses and insurance as well? Okay, did you contact the sales director, Sebastian, yet? Not yet?
I downloaded this off.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'll probably give you guys some of the information as well. That's directly to yourself. And then Sean Medrowski. So you guys know Sean from IA Client, right? So he will be, well, he is already technically for the VP of Sales for IA side instead of Clarendon. So we are bigger and bigger supporter from IA. And IA Excellence, specifically myself, is the BC rep for servicing you guys for disability insurance. And we have a CI policy as well. It's called Cancer Guard. It's misleading by its name. It's actually more than cancer. It could be 6 conditions. I'll see if I can cover all of them because I know I have an hour. Let's start with Cancer Guard. Okay. How many of you in this room sell CI? 1, 2, only 2. So the rest of you guys, you don't do CI at all?
Still licensed.
Not licensed yet. So how many people are here are licensed? Okay, and then how many of you are not? Just want to know my audience. Okay, 1, 2 are not. And then for the licensed people who do not sell CI at all. So not try yet. Newly licensed. Okay, I just want to know my audience. Okay, so that I know where I'm at. For Cancer Guard is a simple issue cancer insurance or CI insurance, but all of you know what CI insurance is when I mention, short-term CI insurance, right? It's short for critical illness. Okay. So before I go to the product, I just want to give you some facts so that you know how important it is for people to have CI insurance. So the fact is, these were just some screenshots from our application /brochure/you guys. So it's all in one document that you can always have access with before later. And also I have a slide saved on the computer so she can share with you guys later. These are just some facts that cancer is the leading cause of death in Canada. So this one is the most, very, very big cause for death. So cause of death. And then 2 out of 5 people will develop cancer during their lifetime. So it's a pretty big ratio there. On average, more than 500 Canadians are diagnosed with cancer every day. Okay, that's pretty important stats in recent years. So the good news is survival rate is actually increased. So this is, we give you some bad news for you to scare your clients, and then also we'll give you good news so that people know we will survive. It just, we need some money. So we help your client find the needs. What is Cancer Guard? So what about our product? What's this? Cancer Guard is a cancer insurance policy designed to help people meet their financial obligations in the event of a cancer diagnosis. Critical illness and prevention riders also available. So critical illness means we can cover not only one condition with cancer, we can cover more than one condition. as well as a rider. Also, we have something called prevention rider. I'll cover that later, what it is about. Okay. So the cancer policy is a standalone. This one is standalone. Because the smart part for this policy is we break down into small segments. Because we know for those who do sell CI insurance in this room, you all know we have to go through all the underwritings, which is good. You know your client will be insurable or not, whatever. It's always a good thing. But what about for some of the clients, they have some health conditions, health issues that cannot pass the underwriting condition. You do have some declines or postpone or even ratings to you, right? Before your experiences, you do, right? It's pretty strict and more strict in living benefits underwriting process. So for this one, and then what about some people who just has the biggest concern for cancer? They just want a cancer, but they have to go through all the underwritings for all the other 20-something illnesses coverage. So we understand that, and we segment cancer out from the other illnesses. So for those people, we fit their needs that you can buy cancer only if you want. And we simplify the underwriting into limited, very limited underwriting. So it's a standalone cancer policy. Okay, cover one cancer condition can be used that way. Cover life-threatening cancer. The life-threatening cancer is industry standardized definition, which means whatever the definition you found from Equitable Life, I don't know who else you're selling, you will be selling IA as well. So all the industry, the big companies, they offer the CI insurance and then cancer definition, we're all the same, life-threatening. Pre-existing condition, I'm going to cover about that later, what is pre-existing condition. But we don't get your MIB. For all of your clients, there's no MIB. This is very important because it's probably probably the only insurance nobody, like we don't pay MIB. Everybody else do the investigation.
What's MIB?
MIB, sorry. Who can answer this question as well? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can answer this question.
Oh,
MIB.
Medical Information Bureau.
That's right, yeah. So Medical Information Bureau. Okay. What it does is when your client or yourself, you apply for life insurance, your information, like use a barcode format, please stop there. For if I remember right, 7 years. Don't quote me, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, they will stop for quite a period of time, and then if you apply for another time, many or most or all of the life insurance company will check your MIB code. Underwriter is able to read that code and see if you had any history, medical history there. Okay, that ring the bell or caught a gut flag or anything. So it's just helpful. But we don't do it for Cancer Guard. And no medical exam. We don't really check your blood, your urine, and anything. No nurse sends your home, no phone interview, nothing. What we all do is asking questions. There are some questions that you need to answer. Okay? And then no waiting period. I need to point this out because this is very important. No waiting period means, who can tell me what's the survival period for normal CI? Nobody? Okay, so you sell CI insurance, do you? When you sell CI insurance, when there's a claim, who went through a claim yet? 30 days. 30 days, great. So give yourself credit. So when you went through when you went through the claim process, okay, your client has this cancer or whatever, or cancer, let's just say specifically, and then your client need to file the file for the claim. Before he or she can do that, he or she has to make it 30 days. If you cannot say pass away within that 30 days, only if you have return of premium on death, you can get your premiums back, or you just can't do it. There's nothing you can do. You just don't get anything. You have to make that 30 days. That's called survival period or waiting period. For us, there's none. You diagnose, you claim your claim like right away. So save your 30 precious life time. Is that right? Okay. So this is very important. That set us different than the others. So Cancer Guard, you can sell this as T10, T20, T75 plan. Okay. And face amount is 5,000 to 100,000. That's the face amount you can sell. The age at issue. Here's another thing you want to point out is age at issue is age 0 to age 65. For all the other companies, you might find they're all age 0 to age 59 or 60. So we do give your older clients a break. There you go. You get a 5-year window. You can give them a call to say, rather than you cannot have anything, you can actually have this cancer guard. It could be a little more pricey because of the age, but at least you can have something. Here is your option. So you might want to, here's your assignment. You might want to pick up your phone after the session, call for some older clients for appointments to get them set up for something. Okay, at least cancer only. And also the benefit payable on cancer diagnosis, prevention benefit and critical riders. I'm going to talk about that later. Premiums are not guaranteed renewability. So I don't know how many of you guys are selling disability insurance, no disability insurance, but that is only because of the contract type. Our contract type is called guaranteed renewable contracts. It's different than the non-cancelable contracts. The only difference is we reserve the right to increase the premiums if we have to. But do we really do that? No, we don't. According to the history, in the past 50 plus years, we reference IA Excellence, or we should call it Excellence, when it founded in 1963. So it's already past 50 years, and we only done it once for increasing the premiums for existing policies, and that is for a DI policy, not for CI. CI policy, just, I don't see it, like the chance is very, very slim. The reason why DI policy that sometimes we have to is because you all know disability is over and over again. You can claim that so many times. Sometimes it's hard for us to control, so we have to. And then that experience, the only experience that would increase the premium is for the living caregiver who claim the disability and collect the benefits, and also live in the employer's house and collect the cash at the same time. So we had to at that time. I can't remember, it's early 2000 something, so I can't remember what time is it, but yeah, so that's the history. So we don't be scared about that. It's basically leveled premium. It's just we reserve the right if we have to. And when we really do that, it's not for specific policies, has nothing to do with your specific individual claim. It has something to do with all the claims, like overall, okay? Claim upon diagnosis, we already covered that. That's no waiting period. So the eligibility, we have 6 questions. Basically, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for you to answer. And we have the eligibility grid, which is enlarged here. So what I would do is, I know it's kind of weird, but what I would do is I would ask my client to fill in, to answer all the 6 questions first. And then go to the eligibility grid, tell your client what he or she can qualify, instead of ask them what you want. What about you ask them and they told you and then they cannot? It's kind of, awkward. So I would do is answer all the 6 questions first and tell them what you can buy from there. Okay? So the first question, let's look at them. This is for cancer insurance amount up to $25,000. So basically, these are the first one, for question number 1 and 2. Number 1 is, in your lifetime, have you ever been diagnosed with acquired, which is AIDS, or HIV? So most of our clients can answer no to this one. No AIDS, no HIV. The second question is, do you ever had, so these are actually 4 questions in one. Do you have any form of cancer or tumor? Have you ever had any form of cancer? So that's in your lifetime, okay? Have you noticed signs of symptoms for which you have not consulted a physician yet for any form of cancer or tumor? And, or are you waiting for test or test result for any form of cancer or tumor? So these are 4 questions in one related to your cancer or cancer sign. Okay? So you have to answer no to this, so that at this step, you know this policy is not good for the cancer survivors. Doesn't matter how many years they survive, they just cannot qualify for cancer guard. Make sense? Okay, so no, you can get 25,000 cancer insurance. 25,000, of course, you can get as little as 5,000 if you want, and you can get 2,025. That's okay. And return of premiums rider is always available. Remember our plan type. You can get T10, T20, T75, right? So return of premiums is like, okay, I get If I get a T75, that's fine. My policy keeps in force until age 75, and if I never get a claim, I can get 50% of my money back. That's return of premium on expiration. But if I die before age 75, then 100% of the premiums will be returned to me. What about, so one premium, that one rider covers two possibilities. One is on expire date, which is 50%. The other one is on death, which is 100%. That's great. What about I have T10 or T20? I didn't have a T75. And then that one, I have to keep renewing my policy until age 75 to get the expired date return. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So say I have a T10, and after 10 years my policy expires. If that day I didn't hit my age 75 yet, then I cannot have my money back. I have to keep renewing my policy until age 75 to get my money back, 50%. Make sense? Okay. So what about I want to get more? Question number 3 and number 4. Question number 3 is, in your past 2 years, have you ever had an application decline or postpone for any life, not life, forgive me, so for any CI insurance or cancer insurance? So no life, even you have a life insurance, decline or postpone, that's okay. You can still answer no to this question, but no CI or cancer insurance, decline or postpone. Okay? In the past 2 years. Question?
Rate, what about rating?
Yeah, did they ask you?
No.
Then what's your answer? No, right? So just read your question. No. Good. So no rating, we don't care. Number 4, have 2 or more of your direct family members, which means mother, father, brother, sister. They specify for you, father, mother, brother, sister. So no auntie, no uncle, no cousin, okay? And then suffer from or being diagnosed before age 60 with cancer. So 2. If you only have 1, that's okay. Okay, 2 of them before age 60. Pretty forgiving, isn't it? All right, so no. So far, 4 questions, no. You're good to get 100,000 cancer coverage with prevention rider. The prevention rider and ROP rider is always, ROP means return of premiums, always available for you. For the prevention rider, it's actually cover 50% benefit up to 25,000 in case of early detected non-life-threatening cancer. Because we all know the cancer guard, the definition is life-threatening, which means you gotta be pretty serious in order to get a claim. That's called critical illness, right? That means your illness must be critical. But some of the cancer, they do not spread. For example, skin cancer, breast cancer, stage A prostate cancer. They just not spread. If that's not something called life-threatening cancer, which means that's not fit your life-threatening cancer definition. That means there's no claim if you don't have this. This is very important, right? So if your client can't answer question number 3 and 4, make sure you put this prevention rider, because your client, they all have one disease called Alzheimer. They forget things. They will say, oh, you didn't tell me breast cancer is not covered. Oh, yes, I did. But they were kind of forgot or whatever. So cover yourself by selling this prevention rider if they can get it. Okay? So ROP, the same. And just these are more statistics for you to help you to scare your client so that your client knows it's very important to have CI insurance. So they're just for men and prostate cancer and women for the breast cancer. Those are some statistics. And breast cancer, 1 in 9 Canadian women during their lifetime. And in 2013, there's actually 23,800 Canadian women and 200 Canadian men will be diagnosed with breast cancer. Men is not immune, okay? So pretty dangerous. But the good news is, again, fewer and fewer women are dying from breast cancer because of the technology and the medical is just improved quite a bit. So what we need in order to survive? Money, that's right. We need to survive, we need money, because money means what? More choices. Say, yeah, sometimes you have to wait, but I always say, yeah, I got, they're long waiting lists. So sometimes doctor, they don't really want or they can't keep you into the hospital, although you want to. You feel you're serious enough, but there are sometimes more people wait behind, like, sorry, in front of you. So rather than wait, yeah, your question?
Just wanted to go back to the prevention rider.
Yeah.
So most policy says that they'll cover cancer that's life-threatening.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're saying is if we add a rider in here, then certain non-life-threatening cancers will be covered.
That's right.
And what was that about the question 3 and 4?
The insurability in the past 2 years and your family history.
Okay, so as long as we say no to that,
You can get prevention rider, and also you can get larger coverage amount, which is, remember the first 1 or 2 questions only qualify you for 25,000.
Mm-hmm.
This one will qualify you for 100,000, and also you can get prevention rider. So that's why I said it's after I've done my presentation, I found it's easier for you to answer all the questions and go back to what you can have. Right? Okay. So what about so I'm done with the cancer insurance. Cancer insurance is as easy as 2 questions, 4 questions, 2 questions, 25,000, 4 questions, 100. So we have a question here.
Yeah, what about cancer? There's always a diagnosis stage 1 to stage 4.
Mhm.
So if they have stage 1, usually it's curable. But the fact that they have stage 1, which detects cancer, does it trigger the payout?
For the prevention, yes. So the question is, what about I have different stages of cancer? And then if I
At
get
which stage will they pay out?
Yeah, which stage? It really depends on the cancer itself. Say some of the cancer could be very critical when it's diagnosed. Lung cancer, pretty much is very quick. But breast cancer, normally we can catch it when it's sometimes, or most of the time, we can catch it in the early stage. That's why we put breast cancer into the prevention, that we understand people can get breast cancer in the very early stage. We are aware of that, and then it's curable. So we put it into prevention. That's right. That's why, right? But when you breast cancer, when you diagnose, it's pretty late already. If that's the case, it's already life-threatening. The cancer cell is growing to a certain amount, and then we will pay out the full amount. So it depends which stage.
Case by case. That
Case
isn't
by
like
case.
once you detect cancer, it is.
Different cancer has different stages and a different size and in different stages. So I'm not
Yeah, who
medical
makes that determination?
your doctor. Yeah. So the question was, who made that decision? It's always your doctor. Because remember, life insurance company, we do not know you. The only thing we have is that little doctor's report. Same thing to the disability thing. So it's not like, say, some of the clients say, oh, it's really hard for us to get the claim. It's actually not. So I always say, I broke my nail, I cannot drive. I think I'm disabled, but my doctor won't agree. Okay, so it's different. As long as your doctor believes you're disabled, you're disabled. Your doctor will fill in that little report for you, but you are not the one who say that you're disabled or not. It's really not your call. Okay? So what about, we're done with the cancer insurance. We all know that already, but what about I want to make it more CI-like policy? If that's the case, I have the ability to do so. Okay? So for critical illness insurance, I can buy amount up to 25 by answering one more question. I'll show you what's the question. And then for the CI policy, this is a rider. When you buy this rider, you can cover another or other 5 conditions besides cancer. So they're cancer, stroke, coronary artery bypass surgery, heart attack, paralysis, and coma. So besides the big 4, we all know the big 4, right? Here are the big 4. Cancer, actually, there is 70%. It's more than 69. This one is outdated. I remember when I first came into the industry, I remember when I first got my interview for my job, which is 2009 when I first went to IA. And then our VP asked me to do a presentation, which is CI. And then when I used this slide, it was 67%. That was 2009. And today is 2014. The percentage gone up to 70%. That's how bad the cancer is. I'm not saying like the other illnesses are still developing, right? But cancer, the claim rate is increasingly crazy if you think about that. It's pretty interesting. And then this one is outdated again. Like I said, it's 70% cut. That's your cancer, how bad cancer is. And the next one is heart attack, 15%. And then you get stroke, 5%. And then your bypass surgery, 4%. So the big 4 is actually about 95% of your claim already. So yes, you're selling those underwritten CI, which is great. I'm not saying those ones are not good, but for some of your clients who cannot get bypassed the underwriting, this is actually not bad. It covers 95% of your claim already. And then we get others. We get paralysis and coma as more illnesses there. And if your client is juvenile, we actually cover 5 other juvenile illnesses there. So the claim must be made before age 25. Okay. So every day, over 500 Canadians are diagnosed with cancer. There are up to 70,000 heart attacks in Canada each year. That's 1 heart attack every 7 minutes. I came here about like half an hour already. That's 4 heart attacks in Canada. Can you believe it? I always do like it's shock myself. I even calculate if this number is right because it doesn't look right to me at first. And I calculate using the calculator and surprisingly it's right. It's 1 heart attack every 7 minutes. Over 50,000 strokes in Canada every year. That's 1 stroke every 10 minutes. Sorry, 4 heart attacks, 3 strokes since I came in. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I know. I mean, awesome questions or things that you can make your client aware. They do not really think that way, right? So, what about eligibility questions? For 25,000 critical illness, that's 1, 2A. We already know those, right? No cancer, no cancer, no HIV or AIDS, and also you cannot in your lifetime, no chronic degenerative diseases, cannot be diabetic, cannot have heart abnormal, just these or stroke or heart failure. Those are just related to the conditions you're going to cover yourself, right? So it doesn't make sense you already had a stroke and then you want to cover yourself for stroke. That's the only thing. So as long as you can answer 1, 2A, and 2B, you're okay with 25,000 cancer, CI insurance rider is available. What about I want to buy more? 100,000 CI insurance. Then you have to answer all the questions. The only question we didn't answer here is here. 2 or more family members cannot have heart disease, stroke, or TIA before age 60. Do you remember the cancer? Just besides cancer, 2 of them cannot have heart disease, stroke, or which is TIA, just before age 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 questions, and go back to your eligibility grid. You can tell your client what you can find. Make sense? Okay, all good. So pre-existing condition and moratorium period, what are they? First of all, remember we never check your MIB. Remember we never underwrite you medically. What about your, I don't say you lie, but what about you forget things? You know, sometimes we all do, right? Your client just forgets things. If that's the case, we have to have something to, you know, make sure it's not happening, that someone had already had some symptom, and then, you know, before I go to see my doctor, I want to see you. So if that's the case, we have something called pre-existing condition. If your clients, that's what it is I have my policy today. If my claim is within the next 24 months, say I get a cancer claim within the next 24 months, and what the insurance company will do is go back 24 months before your policy sets up, and then we'll check if there's any symptom. If there is any, I'm sorry, there's no claim. Does it make sense to you? Yes? But if your claim is more than 24 months before after your policy sets up, we're going to just pay your claim, no question asked. Okay? All good? So I'll explain a little bit more. I'm standing right here. I have some little symptom here, like right now. Stomachache. I don't know what's going on. I went to see my doctor. My doctor, he didn't give me anything. Just say, it's okay. Actually, it's pretty normal. Like my friend, he went through the same thing. He had, like, he doesn't know what's going on, just stomachache. So he went to the doctor. The doctor just say, it's okay, just have more rest, or drink more hot water. So he said, must be something going on. I just don't know what's going on. But my doctor didn't give me a reason. So that's pretty normal. And then if he wants to buy this, and he can answer all the questions, no, because the doctor didn't say it's a cancer sign, right? It is not related to cancer. No proof that. But he definitely has something here. What about this symptom grows to cancer? Nobody knows. Even your doctor won't know if this symptom will grow to cancer or not. If this symptom grows to cancer, so he bought the policy. If this symptom grows to cancer within the first 24 months, that means this is a cancer symptom. Even nobody knew at that time that this is. So to be fair, we do not pay you the claim because you had a cancer symptom at that time. What we did is we should void your policy and give all your money back. And then there's no policy at first place, you don't get claim. Make sense? Okay. And what if this symptom grows to cancer after 24 months? That's okay. We're going to give you the money. Okay? What if this symptom never grows to cancer? So nobody knows. But you take the chance there. Make sense? Okay. Moratorium period. The plan effective date after this, you just cannot make any claim within the first 90 days. Please tell your client, wait for 90 days before you go to see the doctor. It's just too short. You cannot make claim. It's just too short. Okay? So when does this one terminate? The Cancer Guard policy. The day the insured reaches age 75, the policy will be expired. The day full benefits are paid, there's going to be no policy anymore. Or the day insured dies, most likely this person cannot make any claim after this point, so there's no policy anymore. Make sense? All good? So again, what is Cancer Guard? No MIB, no medical exam, no survival period, coverage available from 5,000 to 100,000. We have prevention rider, CI rider. We also have return of premiums rider. And T10, T20, T75 pricing. T10 and T20 is convertible and renewable. T75 is considered as permanent. Okay? We have all-in-one brochure. This one is a screenshot from the brochure. It's re-guide as well. So you can see where is your opportunity. If you have a small child, less than 19 years old, for cancer only cost him $21.84 for the entire lifetime. If you take out your calculator, you do the math, it's about less than 20,000 total premium to cover 100,000 risk. Is it a good deal?
Mm-hmm.
And you can add, basically add every rider on, and then it costs him like 30 something for the entire. So it's 20 something thousand, cover 100,000 risk for 6 conditions. So here's your opportunity, because we all know, like, you do the math, right? If this is worth it, and I would say it's definitely worth it for a young person there. Of course, you can get underwritten one as well, but different market, and then you can. It doesn't hurt for you to get both. Okay, and also 65, pretty good paycheck for you here. Okay, if your client is really like after 60, you can see the paycheck is pretty good. It's monthly benefit here. I wish it's yearly. All right, so give you an idea of a male age 44 for T20 for 100,000 that costs him $57, and a female again. If you look at the small children, and it's not bad for the female, for the older female. And then if you look at the female non-smoker, T20 100,000 costs her $55,074. So where do you download the software? Because now you know this product is easy, just questions. You know, you cannot do anything wrong with just asking questions. And then you know you like this, and then how do you sell it? First of all, you need a quote system. Of course, you have the re-guide. A re-guide doesn't quote you for return of premiums. You should work to get a re-guide, but I would suggest you to download the software, because the software you can do so much. So go to our website, www.iaexcellence.com, for those picture lovers. Here is where you put your picture here. So www.iaexcellence.com, that's our website. You can even Google it, IA Excellence. And then login page, you click the software, sales software. And then the username is IA Excellence. The password is welcome. Not case sensitive, so you can do whatever you like. Okay? So I got 20 minutes. I'm not sure if we can go through the AxiJax, but I'll try. So before I go to another product, I just want to first of all, any questions for Cancer Guard yet? so far? Yeah. Go
I
on.
just want to confirm on the going back. Let's say that on the sign up with the policy. I went to my doctor last week. Basically, I have to wait pretty much 2 years before I would claim for
No.
cancer. Let's say I had a precondition. Maybe I thought, well, maybe I have autism, but I don't know. I'm going to click no on everything. I get the policy. How far back do they do the medical?
Okay, the question is about the pre-existing condition.
Yeah.
The pre-existing condition called 24/24. So they go back 24 months.
Okay, so basically I would just suffer for 24 months and then go, oh, I actually got cancer. I didn't see my doctor for 2 years.
Well, if you think your life is not
I'm
as
teasing.
important as I know,
I'm
I
just-
don't know
I'm
if
just-
I would do that, but yeah, that's why you're putting your life into risk, right? Yeah.
We'll go back to a scenario like your GI symptom. So yeah, maybe they do have some symptom. It may be blood in the stool, but it could be hemorrhoid. So how can they determine? Like, I know the doctor doesn't even know when it developed into a cancer, because it could be something else to trigger that blood in the stool, not necessarily cancer, but she or he will develop cancer within 24 months. So, like, who?
Yeah, the
who can
question is
determine?
still about the pre-existing condition. It's still about the symptom.
So
Like who decides
Yeah.
if this is a cancer sign or not?
Yeah.
Still your doctor, unfortunately. Even your doctor is not sure, but your doctor is not sure means the symptom is not sure a cancer symptom.
Mhm.
As long as it's not sure a cancer symptom, you can answer no to the question.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean you get a claim. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because even your doctor said it's not sure a cancer symptom. He or she, first of all, could be wrong. Second, it could still be developing to a cancer later on, right? Because the human body is pretty complex, I would say. So you're taking a chance because for underwritten product, most likely you cannot have anything until your doctor figure out what it is exactly.
So you should kind of say, oh, what should I do? Because I have blood in my stool, but should I write yes or no?
No, you should write no, because your doctor didn't say
That's cancer related.
it's cancer related, or you didn't have any test result
Or they
resulting that
didn't
you're
advise
waiting.
you to go for a test to investigate.
Yeah, remember?
Once
No,
it
no, no.
stopped,
No. Remember to go back to the
Yeah.
questions. Always refer back to the questions. Remember the questions they're asking you. Do you have? Have you ever had? Do you have any symptom you're not consulting your physician yet?
Mhm.
And or do you have any test waiting for the result for cancer? So that's the question. Go back to the question. As long as you can answer no to that question, you're okay. Okay? So maybe I should show you about I don't know, do you have the software? So, yeah, maybe I'll show you the software. And then let's just make this one. Yeah, that everyone can sell this one. Before maybe we can do the ExeJet next time because it's a pretty short time there. And before I go, I want to let you guys know, do you realize we have a contest going on with WFG Group? No? Okay, so the contest, I'm pretty sure it's sent by email already. It's starting from March the 1st to April or May the 31st. So 3 months period. And then it's for, the products, qualification products are CancerGuard and ExeJet. So there are 2 products qualify. And then they cover, I think they are good for like 3 EVCs and 3 CEOs and then 6 top producers thing. So that's something you might want to take a look at. And then they're sending you guys, to a golf course for 2 nights stay, and then golfing 2 golf course. Just beautiful views. And they give you like the credits for flying there. I'm not sure where is it. I didn't check yet. But yeah, that's something you might want to take a look at. Check your emails. Or go to your website. I'm pretty sure it's there. So this is our software called Pyramid. After you download, this is the software will look like. So you can see just our software. First of all, the first thing you want to be familiar with is Document. Document, and then we have everything here, including application. Just you can play around. So all the applications here. When you click CancerGuard, it's right here. You can download,
But you don't have to download all of them. The application is the last 2 pages. Okay, so you can just print 2 pages. This is the brochure. Like I said, everything is here. The facts, questions and answers, definitions for cancer, exclusion, pre-existing condition, prevention rider, critical illness rider, return premiums rider, eligibility, the first 2 questions and 2 additional questions. And this is the rate guide, just a simple rate guide, just to quote cancer only. And then that's it for the brochure. Attached is 2 pages application that you can tear it off, and you keep the application, your client can keep the brochure. Okay? And then what you have here is general information, insurability, 6 questions. Do you see that? 1, 2, and question B, 3, 4, question B. So these are the questions. And eligibility grid is attached here. And then your information for policyholder, payment, declaration, signature. So here are some another good news that I can deliver to you is for WFG we have e-application, and for e-application for you we do not require an original copy to be sent in. We only there is a special fax number you can use and give it to you later, and then you can keep it in the file. But the first piece of business must be paper. So this is your first piece of business. After this, you can all use the signature form and then sign it, fax to us, and then after you fill in the e-application. Isn't it awesome? Very easy and clean. And then also we have non-face-to-face. If you look at our application, you'll find there's no witness spot, which means you can mail this to your client, and your client sign it. You Skype or WeChat or whatever to your client. Your client can sign it and then mail it back to you, and you can just take it from there. So we try to make the business as easy as possible. So see, signature for policyholder and signature for representative. Okay? So this is your first piece of business using this paper. After that, oops, sorry. So after that, you will use documents, application, signature form. So you can, of course, you can order a bunch. Always you can order a bunch of paper stocking here. But there you go. You can always print from here if you do not have it right now. And then because why you have to submit the first piece of business, because the first piece of business, we're going to give you a rep code. You do not have a rep code yet until you have submitted the first piece of business. So when you have the rep code, you go back here, you go to, okay, I have to close it. This software is a bit tricky. When you see they're all grayed out, you cannot do anything. That means you have to close or cancel, okay, to active back to the previous window. So you go to representative. See here, because you do not have a code yet, everybody, when you after your first download, you must enter 0 to your rep code. This is a dummy one because you don't have one, but you can just enter 0. The system will let you go. And then when you have your real code, put it here so that the software will recognize your code and then you can do e-application. But if you use 0, the code is inactive. You cannot do e-application. Make sense? Okay. So yeah, there's a physical signature. You just need to fax. You don't have to mail. We don't need the original. But for WFG office, I believe you are required to save it for like 3 months or something like that. I think so. As long as you have the original. We never ask for original. I'm not sure about you, like the compliance. You might want to ask WFG for the compliance requirement. For us, we only require for the fax. That's it. Okay? So after you put your code here, and then you close it or cancel it, you back to this. You create a new client. Okay? This is what you do. And then first name, we'll just say WFG. Oops. So Vicky. Sorry, it's okay here. And You just need the date of birth. So here is another thing. Our date of birth is not the age nearest. So you want to put date of birth is actual age. For example, if someone's birthday is March the 10th, he or she is still a year younger. Okay? So I'll just show you. So February the 1st, just pick a year. Oh, this girl is too small. Let's say 25. And then what about she is April the 1st, 24. Do you see that? Okay, so let's make her a little bit older, like 29, and non-smoker. So for the first primary insured, as long as you fill in all the highlighted area, you are good to use this to quote CI, because all the rest is gonna for disability. For disability, we're going to need your occupational class, which you can search here. We need your EI eligibility. We need your annual income. After that, you can do your disability. And then here is where you change your products. So it's always default as AxiJet, which is the disability insurance simple issue. But because we just learned CancerGuard today, we just changed to CancerGuard, and you know you already have enough information here. So we click quotation. There you go. This is the easiest quotation system I've ever seen. T10, T20, T75. And then how much you want to buy. That's it. So what plan do you want to do for this 29-year-old girl? T75? You want to see 100,000? Okay, so here, 100,000 for her is $41.40, cancer-only insurance. So that's for her to answer how many questions? Great. 4 questions. You guys are great. 2 questions, 25. 4 questions, 100. So 4 questions, she can also get prevention. And if she wants to get CI, she needs to answer another one for 25. So if she can answer question number 2B, then 25, right? If she can answer 100, like entire questions, that's 100. See the price? Didn't even change too much. And you can get return of premium. This is a big chunk of money, 58. Still not bad. I mean, 100,000, 6 conditions with a return of premiums, covers 2 possibilities on death and on expiration date on 75 years old. So that's $58. Question here?
Is annual cheaper than monthly?
No, the question here. So yeah, we're so different. So the age nearest is one different thing. The other one is we do not have model factor. Yeah, thank you for this. Is a good question. So annual is just simply 12 times of your monthly. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So any more questions regarding CancerGuard so far? Do you think that's easy? Yeah. We have another question there.
Asking, how do we see our points then?
Oh, the points.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys can find your points. It's 50 some. Is it 50 something? 100. It's about 100. Yeah, it's like 100 something %. It's just about 100. I don't know. Almost. Yeah, it's like 101%, something like that. And then you know the points, and you, according to your position, is distributing, right? So it's 101 or 105. I can't remember exactly. And when you see that document, you know what is why I can't remember, because they're like 103.34, something like that. It's very complicated. Yeah, but that's about 100. It's a little bit more, slightly more than 100%. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's like you will get about this, like a 700 points from this sale. And yes, this is the CancerGuard. This is the CancerGuard. Yeah.
119.
119? Wow. You guys get. Wow, this is pretty good. Yeah. So for that's why our products, I would say, it's good for aiming for the promotion, because it's really good for you to target within that 90 days. And then how many of you, just want to know, how many of you do sell disability in this room? 1, 2, 3. So 3, only 3 of you.
So yeah, so if you have time, just go through our AxiJet, which is pretty familiar, like or similar to the Edge before, or the RBC Fundamental right now. For Fundamental, I know they have two series. Like one is for professional, the other one is for the blue collar and SIMPA issue. We have something similar as well. For AxiJet is the SIMPA issue. We also have Superior. They're all available for you. We also have something called Universal Loan, which is the creditor insurance. Okay, so that's for your mortgage, for your car loan, car lease. That's all we have. And we also have something called Axi 7. Check your documents. There is something called Axi 7. It's $7 per month to cover accidental fracture, AD&D. So that's $7 per month, like 2 copies. So we do have pretty good deal, and that's what I would say is great door opener, even better than our ESP, because people just spend $7, right, to get some little coverage. So we do have a lot. Just too bad I don't have enough time, and I don't want you guys just to take a lot that you will forget. So come in next time, and then if you have any question, I got business card here. Just give me a call. Okay. And there is here. Sorry. Make sure you fill in your sign-in sheet. Who are licensed. If you're not licensed yet, not yet. Okay. you don't need it. You just don't need it. Okay. I want to give you the card with double-sided that Emma's information.
So I wanted Daniel to come today because this is a very simple to sell type of policy, right? And every single person who's licensed, you guys should have at least one product that you're completely comfortable with presenting to your client. Everybody needs CI coverage, right? Cancer coverage, you can see like the rates that people are getting. The disability would be for people who don't have coverage through their work. A lot of people don't have that, so yeah, I think next time we'll get her to come back and talk about that. But my encouragement is take a look at this product for yourself first. Get it for yourself, write the first case. If you don't have CI, so then you can actually do the e-app, right? Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much.
So some of people will get a double-sided card. Myself and Emma will start. Some of people will get. Sorry, I just don't have enough for the double-sided one. But you can copy. I'll tell you Emma's contact information if you get a single side. That you can click her.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Yeah, here's here's Emma's contact information if you wanna take a picture or just have a backup, because sometimes I'm in meeting, I just cannot pick up a phone or cannot answer. You get an inside sales.
And then when provincially, like if someone was in Ontario,
Okay, Ontario, we do have another team, so we have different team. You can go to our website, and then Ontario, I believe, is Jacqueline or Jack. So we have 2 reps there. I think Jacqueline is the one.
all the
Ontario.
Okay.
It's Jacqueline.
Okay.
Do you need?
Yeah, we have part of our team is in Ontario that's watching.
Yeah.
And you have their contact?
I'm checking. I'm not too sure if I'm checking. I have her.
Can you pass me a pen? Thank you. Yeah. And Mike is licensed in both provinces, so would he be able to sell this
for sure.
in Ontario?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all of ours. Jacqueline, I just look on the site over
Yeah,
there.
go to the website, and we have all the web information of the different provinces listed there.
Okay.
Sir, Mike, your question.
There was no smoking about when voting for a smoker non-smoker.
Here is actually a very interesting one, because you know what? If you think about cancer card, we don't even do anything. There's no. What about you, right? So it's really application. I mean, if you say